Wow, it's Friday again, and it's the first Friday in April, and it's Friday Fest in Fort Pierce, and we got lots of stuff going around town. So, are you ready? Did you did the Flintstones?
I did.
So, are you ready? Are you ready to say it? I'm holding on.
Hold on to your seat.
I am.
All right. It's
Friday! Yahoo!
Thank you for listening to us. We got another great show planned for everybody, and we're so appreciative.
We are appreciative that our
growing listening audience.
I know. Now we have like 10. 10 people. I know there's Gerard.
Yes.
And I know there's Tom and Bonnie, and sometimes Lori and Beth, and sometimes my customers will come in.
Right. And there's really hundreds and hundreds of people that travel up and down US 1 and all the byways and, thoroughfares are in our area, and
listen to. And if you want to
cool.
call in 220-9788, we'll put you on the air, and you can call in and be one of our
roving reporters.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or just tell us what's going on for your Friday. How was your Easter?
Yeah.
My Easter was great. How was yours?
Great.
Did you go to your daughter's?
Yeah, I did. We had a marvelous time, and it was so much fun because they do the plastic Easter eggs,
Right.
And,
of course.
Yeah, in case you miss one. But they do a head count on all the eggs before they're distributed, and then they do a head count when the kids gather them all up and make sure they all add up.
Well, do they do different
good.
colored eggs for different children? Because I have friends that do that.
Yeah.
Each child gets the same amount?
There was 51 eggs, and they were
That's an odd
scattered.
amount.
Well, that's because there's two kids, and they didn't want it. They just, whoever who's more aggressive gets more.
Well,
but
some do.
They actually got about half each, so they really did real well.
Good.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of customers that take their grandchildren, and each one gets a color, yellow or green or blue, because then it's equal.
And they have to find their color.
Exactly.
Got it.
And then no one's upset.
Yeah.
That this one stole this one, and this
Right.
one got this one, and one got the golden egg with the $50,000 lottery ticket in it, the winning lottery ticket.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And it was really neat. I went out Easter morning and walked, and when I came home, there were plastic Easter eggs in my yard.
Wow.
Someone with change in them.
Sprinkled eggs in your yard.
Yes.
Oh.
And
the Easter bunny
I had
came
to
by.
shake the ants off of them.
Yeah.
And then I took them in,
Yeah.
and I got 60 cents.
Wow.
And that was perfect. I was so excited to see an Easter egg, because I'm always doing stuff for other people.
Boy, you are.
And I have no clue who did this.
Isn't that
But
special?
whoever did it, if you're listening, from the bottom of my heart, you made my day.
Isn't that great?
It was great. Yep.
Aw, very cool.
Yep. It was very cool.
You know who came in on Tuesday? The news show that I do with John Campion.
Right. The toilet seats.
the toilet.
The master bathrooms and kitchens and
European
everything.
kitchen and bath. And John Campion. Well, he brought in Maddie Williams, and Maddie sings on with the Dreamers also. But she's an executive with the TCBA, the Treasure Coast Builders Association.
Okay.
And so that was her hat that she wore when she came in on Tuesday. But then through the course of the conversation, we talked about Craig Worley.
He was a big dreamer.
He was.
And played the trombone.
And my favorite thing, because I would go to Shuckers and listen to Craig and the Dreamers play, and they would do a commercial for Mrs. Peters' Smokehouse.
Right, they did.
In their act.
And did she do it?
And so the funny thing is, Maddie said that she kind of just did that originally extemporaneously. It was just kind of a fun thing because Craig happened to have a solo because he always did first seat in the trombone.
Right.
And so one of the songs he was a soloist, and so and then she mentioned him, Craig Worley, Mrs. Peters' Smokehouse, and then of course the whole band, they jump in with their slogan, but it was kind of neat to reminisce
I wished
about
I would
all
have listened to that.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a lot of fun.
Good.
It's a very quick half hour.
Oh, we know we've done half hours.
Yes.
Mrs. Peters, and then sometimes we had to cut off this show early and just do a half hour, and a half hour goes like that because we only have 20 minutes.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And then even on the bottom half to the top half, we don't have a whole half hour because we have to do breaks and we have to do.
It's
this
20
and that.
minutes each side is really what it works out to.
Well, I don't hear this phone ringing.
No, that's because
220-9788.
our listeners are bashful. They're loyal listeners, but they're basically bashful, and that's okay.
It is
not
okay,
everybody
but
can be.
We need to get some of these and call in every Friday night and let us know where they're at and what they're doing and what their weekend's going to be like, because I'm going to tell you what's going on for the weekend.
Yes.
You know, and there's a lot. If you're bored in Martin County,
it's your own fault.
Or St. Lucie County, it's your own fault.
You bet. It's so true.
And tonight at 7 o'clock, Terra Firmata, Donna the Buffalo. Oh my God.
Yeah.
She's amazing. I don't know I didn't look up and see what the entry fee is to get in.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been there several years when she's here.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Someone's listening and calling in. But Donna the Buffalo, she is amazing, and their music is amazing. And wow.
Spoof call. There's just a ring and nothing there.
Oh, it was a telemarketer calling us?
I
mean, we're that bad that a telemarketer was the only one that called 220-9788?
I don't know. It seems that
Wow.
way. Yeah.
Or maybe
Anyways.
they went through the tunnel or Sanskrit Park where you get no, airtime.
All right. So
You're going to do what?
I'm gonna Google Donna the Buffalo and see if we've got any. Yes, she's on YouTube.
Oh, yes. She's a big number.
I figure she was a big to-do. So here we go. And the name of the song here is "I Love My Tribe."
See the world from the shape that I'm in. See the love I put me here. Like a square peg trying to bend. And gotta make it through that circle again. Wasted time on the world.
All right.
So she'll start I don't know that she starts exactly at 7 o'clock. Usually they have a front band, and then Donna the Buffalo will come on tonight. And what an amazing group!
So if you like country,
but it's country, but it's different. You will not have a bad evening.
well, that's good. Yeah. Speaking of country, Merle Haggard is celebrating a birthday today.
Is he what, 99?
I don't know.
He's probably 88.
He's
87.
Let's see. I'll see if I can.
Pull him up.
1937. So he's not that old. Not that bad.
He's pretty up there. He's in his 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Well, he's not as old as my mom.
No. I don't know that anyone's as old as your mom.
Yeah, 96. Wow.
Well, my customer today she turned 96 last Saturday on Easter weekend.
Wow, how cool is that?
Yes.
Happy birthday, or happy
96.
birthday indeed. Yes.
Good genes.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Yes.
a feisty woman.
A hearty bunch. They were.
they were.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, what did she do during World War II? She would have been in her early teens.
She was a flight from Cuba. She's Cuban.
Ah.
Yep. And so she was a nurse.
Okay.
And she worked in Miami.
All right.
So
Medical service. Very good.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So my mom was one of the Rosie the Riveters during the war.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, that was pretty neat. She worked for a company. Now she would do. Now, if you know my mom, she wouldn't say poop if she had a mouthful. She is
Right. She's like a saint.
Yes. Saint Carmela. I'm
Yes.
telling you, and so she would look at you and every day around the dinner time, it was always storytelling, right? They would tell us my folks would tell us about how they met and what,
Exactly.
all kinds of family stories, and which was kind of neat. Well, then we wanted to know, we were curious about what they did during the war, right? That was the olden days. Tell us what it was like during
the
the
olden
olden
days.
Olden days, which was like
Tell us
Think
when
about
you were a little kid and what did you do?
Right. So she would say this with a glint in her eye and a little smirky smile. She worked for a company called Knight Screw Products.
Okay.
And the owner of the business, his name was Knight.
Right.
And he had a special threaded screw that they used for as part of the war material. He was a parts supplier.
Right.
Right. So, but she would say, could you imagine? I work at Knight Screw.
Yeah.
Oh, Mom, I love you. So it's like it's just.
And she
it's-
probably has a couple screws hidden
But
away
she-
somewhere
she-
that she did.
Maybe, who knows? I doubt it. Because it was just work. But she also worked at Sanders.
Okay.
She made candy, and
Standards makes candy?
Sanders in Detroit was a big candy factory.
Oh, I had no clue.
Yes,
I thought Standards would be like Standard Oil.
No, Sanders. Sanders.
Sanders. Oh.
Yeah, Sanders chocolates.
Oh. I had no clue.
Oh yeah, very very famous.
We had Cirrus outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And they have C's that's out in California. But you're not familiar with all the different places where the candy was made. And Fannie Mae is from Chicago.
Right. One of the cool things about having a family member that worked in the candy business is that when you get a box of chocolates, she knows, you and I would look at it and we see all these different colors and shapes. And unless you take a bite out of them, you're not too sure what's underneath.
Oh,
it.
now they put it in, they have a menu.
Right.
But they didn't before that.
Right.
My favorite
she
was
knows
the
all
jellies.
this stuff. There's actually a science. Those
Oh, yes, there are.
colors and the shapes and the
Yes, there is.
They're all you know exactly what it is if you know that.
And
style.
I worked at Sears.
This is amazing.
In Pompano
Yeah.
in the early 70s.
Yeah.
And I was a flyer. I worked the whole store and
Yeah.
gave everyone their breaks. And when I went to they had a big candy
Right.
counter there. And when I went in there, the lady said, "Eat whatever you want." And I looked at her and she said, "Because in a week, you won't want nothing anymore."
Wow.
And so I would get the raspberry and the orange jellies that were like, sometimes they were round and sometimes they were in like a log.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I probably ate enough. I can't tell you how many I ate. But she was right.
Yeah.
After a while, you went in there, you didn't even want to smell the chocolate. You're waiting on people. And I only had a 15-minute to a half-hour stint there.
Yeah.
But I did some damage the first week, and then after that, I didn't want any more. But they figured that was their
That was the
damage
cure.
lost.
That was the cure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be giving it away. You weren't allowed to give your friends any candy or anything, but you could eat what you wanted. And that was way back in the 70s.
Right.
So
Wow.
that was good.
Well,
I got
that's
my
pretty
fill. But I still like those jelly, the orange. And I can buy them at Walmart sometimes. They have them.
cool. Wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's neat.
we always do little neat trivia tidbits about our life.
Yeah, it's just kind of fun.
Fun.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah, and it's fun to think about. I like to reminisce about the stories that my folks would tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good stuff. Anyways, yeah. So another person, talk about big shot birthdays. We talked about Merle Haggard, born in 1937. The famous artist. Since I'm in the art related.
Picasso,
No. With my business, anything to
you're
do
a
with
framer.
Yes, so anything to do with artists kind of perks my interest, right? So the famous painter Raphael,
Okay.
right? 1843 was his birth year. He was born on this date in 1843. Sacagawea was born on this date in 1786. She was a famous American explorer.
And don't we have a Sacagawea Day?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we.
I remember that name, and
Right.
we have a Sacagawea something.
All right, I think she did the.
Didn't they make a coin from her?
They did. I believe they did. Yes.
I know that name.
Yeah.
And they made a little gold coin,
Yes.
whether it was $1 or a half
I think
dollar.
it was $1.
Sacagawea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was an Indian.
She was. Very
Yes.
much so.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm not totally whacked. Just partially.
Yeah. She's a delightful lady. It's just a fascinating personal story with her. But Yeah. So she would be pretty old.
You white man, come here.
James Watson. He was the co-discoverer of the structure of DNA. He was born on this date in 1928. So that's pretty amazing.
They've done a lot. What
Well,
about
in
this
the
guy
recent
on
years-
TV? That the fertilization guy that put his
What?
sperm in with
What?
Yes, this was on the news.
What?
The fertilization. I'm not him,
Yeah.
Watson, but there was a lady and
Yeah.
she was trying to find her DNA and thought this father and apparently the father's sperm wasn't strong enough,
Right.
and they went to the fertility
Clinic.
and the doctor couldn't find a match, so he used his own. So when it came up this week, he's the father of this.
Right. Whoops.
Yeah, whoops is right.
I-
He had a whole bank, a fertilization bank,
Yeah.
that he was a doctor.
He was a major depositor in the-
Yes,
in the bank.
he was the first. Yeah, the number one.
Oh God! Well, oh my Lord!
Because she wanted to know about things and diseases and
Right.
what was in the past, and
Right.
they went through this and they went back to the fertility, and here it was.
Whoops.
That you didn't. Even Mike reported about that this week.
Well, I knew there was a fertility clinic that they, by design, went ahead and the principal of this clinic was using his own product as opposed to, they would have all these different. They say he fathered hundreds of kids.
Oh, that's not him.
No, this made the
That I
news.
know of.
Yes,
But I remember that
Yes,
story too.
yes,
that he did
yes.
100. I mean, can
was-
you imagine paying child support?
oh my God, hundreds.
Hundreds.
He
Yes.
was a busy guy.
Well, you just have to put, knock it off and put it in the Petri cup or a vial, and then you save it, and then you just need a little.
A little dabble.
Do ya? And you're gone.
Oh God.
And if he was along that much, I just think how many
Oh, my God,
Petri
you're
and,
killing me.
and little vials he had.
Yeah.
He probably had the vial big enough that he could
don't-
could go right into it. Who knows?
No.
Oh, my mind could go. I
Oh,
can't say it on the
yes,
air.
no, we don't,
I'll,
please.
I'll
we want
make
it.
I'll make Mike's face red. He used to get so red when I'd come off with this stuff.
Oh my God. So anyway, I missed the thing in the news that Mike talked about this morning, but I'm glad you brought us up to speed.
Well, you just mentioned it, so I mean, that just led into it. It was a
no.
segue right into it.
It did. It's all my fault. Here you go. The modern,
We got another one.
last one. This has to do with the modern Olympics.
Oh,
Okay.
why? We got Nazar now on the line.
18
With the how many girls did he do? You want to do the Olympics?
The modern Olympics began in Athens with 8 nations participating on this date in 1896. So the thing that is of particular interest to me, because when I did my DNA, I found out that I was half Greek.
So
So the Greek thing is kind of interesting.
so
to me.
you're full of feta.
I guess so. Way back when. But, Sicily was ruled by Greece, so that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. So,
And they also did a thing on the news today, and this lady was Belgium,
yeah.
but they were trying to say she was a French Belgium, but they were trying to say she was French and from France, and she said no, I'm from Belgium, although I speak French.
Right.
And so the NPR did a whole thing on her.
Right.
And I got in on the middle of it because I was walking, and I didn't know what the first of the conversation was. So, but she was like, they kept accusing me of being French. Yes, I am. I speak French, but I'm Belgium.
Right.
And
Right.
she was born in Belgium, but
Right.
French.
People are very, very like to hang on to their country of origin.
Right.
That's one of the things that makes me crazy about the one. Oh God, no, I can't. His name escapes me. Anyways, it was a Greek mathematician. No, if it comes to me, I'll mention it. But anyways,
It was XY equals Z.
But he is actually from He's the one that screamed "Eureka!" and
Oh, right.
and he was just a brilliant mathematician, famous mathematician. They say he's a Greek mathematician. He has kind of a Greek sounding name, but he's from Sicily. He's really Sicilian.
So he's Italian.
Well, he's
Italian? I mean,
Yeah.
if you're born in Italy, then you're Italian.
well, no. Sicily wasn't a part of Italy to a more recent history. Sicily was
Really?
Sicily was really part of Greece for most of its history.
So when did it get cut off and put into to Italy?
Fairly recently.
Like 300 years ago?
No, probably more recent than that, maybe within the past 100 years or so.
Oh no, we know the last 100 years. I don't think that
150, 200, but no,
I think we're going to look that
I'll
up.
have to look it up. But yeah.
I think it's longer than that.
Okay, we'll find out.
We'll find
But-
out because
but-
we're going to take a break.
Yes, we do.
And
have-
you're back for more of the first Friday in April.
That's right. Okay, so stay tuned. All right, now it's time for today's Southeast AgNet Report, brought to you by Everglades Farm Equipment, a family-owned business for the past 50 years with 10 Florida locations, including Fort Pierce, Okeechobee, and Loxahatchee. Stay tuned. Deb and I will be right back. We are back. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Kind of a programming message for our listeners to stay tuned, because at 7 o'clock, Mike Thomas will be doing play-by-play. Martin County will be at South Fork High School for the high school game of the week.
Okay.
And
So, but you got, what, Michael Medved for an hour in between?
We'll have something, yes, between...
We get off at 6.
Right. So between 6 and 7,
Seven.
there'll be a regular programming, but we'll break in as soon as they're ready for the ball game. So,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what are you doing this weekend? There's a lot going on this weekend.
Yes. Well, we've got lots going on.
Before we start,
Yep.
it was 1816
Right.
that Sicily became part
Part of
of Italy.
Italy.
So that's 200 years.
Right.
So I didn't want to lead them on a law
Right.
that it was like, in the last 100 years, because it wasn't.
Well, yeah, I said, well, and then I said, okay.
200 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Right.
So
But not really. Not in the...
not in the realm of
in
things,
the
because
global
our
things.
country is not that old.
Right. Our
I
country.
mean, it is that old.
No, it's only
but
200 years plus.
old.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So it's about the same time.
Yeah.
We became a country. They became part of Italy.
Yep.
So that's a clarification.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
So,
thank you for that.
so what are you doing this weekend?
Gonna be getting caught up on a lot of things, and probably go to visit my daughter, and then maybe doing some traveling south.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a lot going on.
Yes.
We got the Wing Fest. It's the ninth annual South Florida Wing Fest. Is noon to 9 p.m. Saturday at Tradition in St. Lucie West. You can sample 15 different sauces, including mild, hot, barbecue, mango, habanero, chipotle, honey, garlic, parmesan, Jamaican, El Dilabo, however you say that, and oh God, please no. That must be the hottest sauce.
Oh wow.
You can purchase as many as you want or become a master taster for $25, which includes 30 wings and sauces. You can get a bottomless beer mug for $25, or you can pay, $45 and get both the bottomless mug and the 30 wings. 30 wings is a lot of wings.
Yes. Yes.
Admission is $5 each, but kids ages 10 and under are free. And it's Celebrate Beer this weekend on Saturday, and Hop Life Brewing at 679 Northwest Enterprise Drive in Port St. Lucie is celebrating with happy hour all day and raffle and prizes, and starting at noon. 7th Annual Fort Pierce Oyster Fest. I will be there tomorrow. I am an oyster person.
You are really?
I am.
Oysters on the half shell?
Yes,
Really?
raw.
Ugh.
Yep. But they have raw shucked oysters, oysters on the half shell.
Whoa.
Okay, you are just like floating that around me. Okay, fried oysters, steamed oysters, oysters Rockefeller, oysters Poi Boy, fried oyster Creole, fried oyster Buffalo style, and oyster shooters. And you can either do
What is an oyster shooter?
an oyster shooter is a raw oyster either in vodka or your local craft beer, and you just suck it down.
Slide it on down.
Yes.
The original slider.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
So that's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday. And my girlfriends and I are going to they have the Green Market in the morning. So we're going to leave here between 11:30 and then go to because we're going to park at the city garage.
Mm-hmm.
And the Memorial Park is down by Seaway Drive. So you have to walk a
Right.
bit. So we're going to meander. We'll meander through the Green Market, and then we'll go over by the Manatee Center, and then we'll go down a little further, and that's Memorial Park.
Yeah.
And then we'll meander back when we're done.
doing a lot
Or
of
I'll
meandering.
leave them there, and I'll pick them up
Okay.
as that goes. That's true. You can
You can, too can.
do golf.
Okay.
Upcoming family golf day is tomorrow at Martin County Golf Course.
All right.
And it starts at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if you think you're going to like golf or the kids want to try it, they're going to have free event from 10 to 1 p.m. and it's for all ages. Golf lessons, putting, longest drive, contest, inflatables, face painting, and a DJ. No golf experience is necessary. So this is put on by the Parks and Rec of Martin County, which is another good thing. Oh, we have such great parks and recs.
We do.
And we're having an issue for Parks and Recs because they need money. They need money to update. They need money for infrastructure.
Right.
And they're trying to figure out how the citizens in Martin County can help them do this. Because if you let it go,
Yeah.
it
Then
just
costs
gets
more.
backlogged and it costs more
More.
down the line.
Yeah.
Especially the infrastructure.
Yeah.
But so they're trying to pick and choose some of the projects that need to be done.
Okay. Do you know what's most immediate that they're wanting to get done?
One is Sailfish Splash Park and the addition.
Right.
And the other one, I can't, it's an infrastructure thing too,
All right.
for one of the parks. And I can't think about it. I probably, it'll come to
Okay.
my brain
Okay.
before the end of
All
the
right.
show. But I just wanted to put that out
Yeah.
there. They were looking to put it on the ballot and it got closed down.
Yeah.
But if anyone likes to go to the Parks and Recs, maybe we should do a fundraiser for Parks and Recs
Yeah. That's an
and
idea.
and see people, go to and I know a lot of it is like Bathtub Beach,
Right.
Parks and Recs, and all the beaches. They all need refurbished.
Right.
So maybe
Maybe
if
we'll do
we don't want to
some-
put it on our tax dollars
Right.
every year, maybe we need to do a fundraiser or voluntarily
Yeah.
give money to the Parks and Rec
There you go.
department.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know if that sounds good. You know who would be good at that is our girl on Tuesday.
Really? Oh, Casey?
Yes.
All right. Well, actually, I was thinking about getting our guy from Terra Firmata involved, and maybe we can do some fundraising that way.
Well, Ron Hart is out west.
yeah.
He's not
He's-
part of
Oh,
Terra Firmata anymore,
really?
as far as I know.
Well, I didn't know.
Or if he is, he's taken the back
He's
seat.
managing from a distance. huh?
Right. So he's been out in Arizona, and he wants to do earth tones
Yeah. He wants to do an Earth Tones over there.
over there.
Oh,
this
so
store.
he's expanding.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's part of what's going on tomorrow, and you can touch a truck.
Okay.
The kids at the fairgrounds tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And the fairgrounds are right. Indian River, Okeechobee, Martin counties all host the popular annual Touch a Truck fundraiser. Event is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Martin County
And
Fairgrounds.
they're going to have all kinds of really neat vehicles.
Oh, they are.
Oh, they're going to have
Yes.
dump trucks. They're going to
Yes.
have all kinds of trucks.
Yes. Kids will be able to safely climb on the trucks and in the vehicles, and operators will be on hand to answer questions. Admission is $5.
Yep. They'll have
And
some emergency vehicles there too that they can climb all over as well.
exactly,
Yep. Mhm.
exactly. According to the website, the coalition is a nonprofit organization
Right.
offering subsidized child care assistance and programs, and is responsible for the planning and implementation of school readiness and volunteer kindergarten services in Indian River, Martin, and Okeechobee counties.
Excellent.
Yes, yes. But we'll have concrete placement. Big Johnson Concrete will have concrete trucks there.
Yeah.
Florida Fish and Wildlife will be there.
Yep.
Florida Power and Light will be there. Martin County Fire Rescue, Stewart Jet Center, Stewart Police Department, and U.S. Customs and Border Control. We just got that new customs
Yeah.
down there.
See?
So isn't that special?
Perfect. Yeah.
It is perfect. So, okay, we got a little bit more, and then we're going to
1
have
minute.
to take a break.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Yeah. What can you do
okay.
in 1 minute?
1 minute to remind everybody to go to St. Monica's the third Monday of the month.
Right.
Because it's their annual fish fry. And here we are already in April in the fourth month. And if you have not had one of those dinners, you're missing out.
Oh yeah. So
And
true.
Frank and I went on the neighborhood walk,
We
which was
did.
wonderful. And we did the Stations of the Cross. We went from St. Monica's to St. Mary's. And I think it's going to be a great partnership now. I think we'll do a lot more between St. Monica's
Yeah.
and St. Mary's.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yes, we'll come back. We got a lot more going on with Old Florida, Rock Out for Charity. We got things happening.
Blind Creek Beach.
Yes,
All right.
I already have.
You got something on that too?
I do.
Okay, well then stay tuned. So we'll get you all beached up. Okay. All
Or
right.
sanded.
No.
Put your sand in your shoes.
Okay. Stay tuned.
We're back, and we have lots more going on this weekend. Go back to Old Florida. First Old Florida Folk Fest is 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday at Summer Crush Vineyard and Winery on Johnson Road. 3 Old Florida music acts from across the state, which they don't mention what their names are.
Okay. It's
A
surprise.
cow camp display from an Okeechobee cowman.
Well, that's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure. Cracker Boy Poetry.
Okay.
Cracker Cowboy Poetry.
Got it, yeah.
And Indian River Historical Society displays. And that should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Food for sale, including alligator, frog legs, catfish, turtle, wild hog, corn on the cob, collards, and swamp cabbage. If you have ever had swamp cabbage made the right way,
Yeah.
it is the bomb.
Really?
It is the best you can ever get.
I used to go
and
to-
it's the Hearts to Palm.
Yes. I used to go to Big Al's north of the
Oh,
bridge.
yeah, the catfish.
But for alligator.
Right.
They had alligator there.
They
and,
did.
And,
And they probably do at the Catfish House because that's their children that run that.
oh,
Yes.
very cool.
That's
But
like
that
the
was-
second or third generation down there.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes. What you don't know and what you know.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, do you remember Shaggy? I should have told you that earlier. You
Yeah.
can maybe look up. I'll go do something else, and you look up Shaggy because he's going to be here tonight at the Inlet Grill.
All right. That's,
The 35th annual Vero Beach Spring Boat Show is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday at Riverside Park at 3200 River Park Drive in Vero Beach. Local boat dealers and suppliers display their products and have lots of stuff and staff available to answer questions, and you can do hands-on. Check out the local art. 15th Annual Hibiscus Festival Fine Art and Craft Show is Saturday and Sunday along 14th Avenue in downtown Vero. Rock and Brew is 8 to 11 p.m. Saturday at the Vero Beach Museum of Arts, 3001 Riverside Park Drive. So you're going to have a boat show and an art show at the same time. The event includes live music, medieval to metal exhibit about the art and evolution of the guitar. Walking Tree Brewery is going to be there, and dressing up as a favorite rocker from the 50s. Rockers from the 50s were like Elvis Presley and, blue suede shoes.
Right.
If they did the 60s, you could do like, hippie stuff. Is that, you got Shaggy on there?
I think so.
You can't hear him.
Yeah.
The Grammy Award-winning entertainer Shaggy is performing a rescheduled concert from 6:30 to 11 tonight at the Inlet Grill on South Ocean Drive in Port Pierce. He is born in Jamaica and is a Marine Corps veteran, receiving multiple Grammy nominations and won for his best reggae album in the 1990s. He's best known for his hit singles "Oh Carolina," "Bombastic," "Angel," and "It Wasn't Me."
This is Wasn't Me.
Right. Tickets are $28 to $35 each plus fees. So there you go. He's live and in person in Fort Pierce tonight.
Okay.
So
We'll be doing the Shaggy thing.
exactly.
Very good.
The third annual Bowl for Babies is 10 a.m. to noon Saturday at Strike Zone Entertainment on Fleming Street in Sebastian. We got the final Jensen Beach Art League art sale and exhibit of this year is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday at Indian River Park. Along with that is they're having the Martin County Master Gardeners
Okay.
are having their art sale that morning.
Oh, all right.
From, I think it goes from 8 a.m. to noon or 8 a.m. to 1. So you got art exhibit and the plant sale on Sunday. The second annual Family Golf Day is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday at the Martin County Golf Course. And this goes along with the kids coming in, or if you want to go and figure out if you like to golf or not to golf. It's a free session, and it's for everybody.
All right.
And then it also goes back into the Touch a Truck, which we already did. So on Sunday, I'm going to Forever, Florida. If no one's been there, it's up off of 441 outside of Yeehaw, between Yeehaw and Holy Paw. And
Between Yeehaw and who?
and Holy Paw.
Wait a minute. you just almost slipped that right by all our listeners. Yeehaw and Holy Paw.
Yes.
Okay.
It's up past Kenansville. Right past Kenansville.
Kenansville.
Going up 441.
Okay. Nowhere near Hooterville, though. That's a whole nother
No,
place.
yeah,
Okay.
there's no Hooterville
Oh,
here that I know of. There
okay.
could be, but I don't know.
Okay.
But it's a great big venue, and
Yeah.
that's where I went ziplining a couple years ago.
Okay.
With my girlfriends. So we're leaving early Sunday morning,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going up there, and we're going to do one of the hunting buggies, that great big tall buggies that, with the big wheels, and we're going to go exploring nature. We're
Oh.
not going to hunt.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a hike
Okay.
on the property.
All right.
And I forget how many acres it is, but it's now it's evolved. You can go camping there, you can go ziplining there.
And they use those buggies, too, for those big hay rides, too, right? During the...
No, this is not that
Something-
kind of buggy.
Oh, okay.
This is a buggy that is like 2 stories high.
Yeah, that's tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you need that because of the tall grass and the...
Well, more so when
Yeah.
you go through the mud bogs.
Right,
And
yeah.
and you have the big wheels, and you can just trudge through.
Isn't that amazing?
It
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
And my girlfriends are excited.
You're going to take a lot of pictures, I hope.
Oh, of course. I'm
Yeah.
going to. You're not going hunting. I said I'm hunting for pictures.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
So-
get a lot of cool pictures of wildlife, I would imagine.
Oh, I have so many pictures of wildlife anyway. But yes.
Yes.
Well, it depends. We have to be there by 10.
Okay.
So you have to get up at crack dawn.
Yeah.
To get ready because it's a 2-hour drive.
Okay.
to get up there.
Yeah.
And then when you get up there, we're going to take
So you
our
have-
lunch, cooler lunch, picnic lunch.
Leave at 8, so you get
You'll
up
get
at,
up to 10, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have 4 hours, 5 hours.
So if
what
you get up
can-
at 6 in the morning, it's not a, it's an easy.
It's dark at 6 in the morning.
Fine.
It's dark. It's
fine.
dark. It's not. No,
It's
that's not my cup
fine.
of tea.
It'll be fine. This too soon will pass.
Yes, it does. I started walking again because now I can go out a little after 7 and
Yeah.
it's light out. But
Yeah.
it was dark till 7:30.
Oh, where's the
I'm gonna whine.
violins
I'm
when
gonna
you-
whine
Oh
because-
my God! You want some cheese with that wine?
Yeah,
It's not that bad of a deal. And I
it
finally,
is when
I-
you're used to an hour. When I get
Oh.
up in the morning, I look at the clock and I say it's 7 o'clock. It's really 6 o'clock because it should be an hour. And we're gonna keep this time. I'll get used to it.
You will get
I
used
will
to it.
have no choice.
You will get used to it.
Or
and
move.
you will like it. So I finally remember the name of that Greek mathematician.
Okay.
Archimedes.
Oh, Archimedes.
You would have heard.
Oh, I think I would have known that.
Right?
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. All right, but anyway, so yeah,
Good.
yeah. So it's
Your
just-
brain's still working.
it's a little slow. It's
As we get
Yeah.
older, our brain gets
It's
slow.
a little
We
slow.
slow down.
but it did come back to me. But anyways,
Good.
yeah. But anyway, so that's just one of those quirks of history where he's hails from a city in Sicily, Siracusa.
I
Yeah.
like how you use your little your Italian accent there.
But it's Siracusa because it's Syracuse, Syracuse,
here,
New
New
York.
York.
New York is a sister city. Is
Oh,
named.
really?
Yes, it's Syracuse.
So
It's-
there's a
you
there's
wanna
a lot
say-
of Italians up there.
well, probably people from Sicily named Syracuse because they were probably from Siracusa.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the little backstory there. But
Okay.
that people are used to. I mean, a lot of places in Michigan are named after cities
Right,
in
and
New
then-
York,
right,
because they
exactly.
were from those cities, and then they would move further west.
Right, and then they
Right.
homesteaded them and named them
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See. So there's all kinds of cities in there's Holland, Michigan.
Right.
They have a big tulip festival there, which is
Oh,
kind
do
of,
they?
Yes, it's a big deal. A big German population there too.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they have lots of they have these beautiful Bavarian structures, and they have these family style chicken dinners that they do. It's a big Frankenmuth is this famous place.
I've heard we have a new German restaurant in town. It's in Hope Sound. It's called Ethan's.
Ethan's, okay.
And you don't know that it's German, and it's not right. You have to go to Sea Branch
yeah.
and turn in, and it's right there. And they tell me it's phenomenal.
Right. So
Really.
what is your favorite German dish?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
No.
All right.
I, I like German potato salad.
All right. Okay. I do too.
I like
yeah. You like
schnitzel.
You like you do? You like brats?
Oh, I love brats.
Yeah.
I like them on the grill.
Oh, do you?
I
Okay.
I do them like I do hot sausage
Yeah.
or Polish kielbasa.
Uh-huh.
I sort of put them on the grill and do them that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like that.
I would eat brats. There was a Boy Scout leader, and when our sons were in Scouts, right? So these two adult leaders on Friday nights we'd have to come up with our own adult menu,
Right.
right? And so him and I would alternate. One weekend he would bring the brats, and then another weekend I would bring the Italian sausage.
Right.
And we'd bring the hoagie rolls.
Right.
And do all the fixings that go with it. So we would do that.
But
That
there's
was-
brought up in Pittsburgh. You can do the sausage, peppers, and onions, and it can go with any of that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And the brats, the kielbasa, or the Italian sausage.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I can put all of that in one dish, and
Wow.
and I do that sometimes.
Do you really? Yeah.
And you would like a brat if you don't like brats. I do.
I'm not a big fan, but I would eat it because I knew the next time we would go out camping, we'd be eating Italian sausage.
And it was not your turn.
Yeah, that was, and so you do it with a smile, and you
So
know
happy
your turn is
April
coming.
1st, everybody.
Yeah.
Guess what? Next week is Friday the 13th.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. So I'm
Wow.
just giving you a heads up because we're going to have a Friday the 13th party.
That's always
next week.
been a great
It's always a great day for me.
Yeah.
So let's go out with that thought.
There you
Next
go.
week is surprise.
Surprise.
It's surprise every week.
Okay.
Ciao for now.
Take care. And remember, the high school game of the week's coming up at 7 o'clock. Stay tuned.